Just come in. Ready to go out again. What's the difference? Holding a collar.
So you can see quite often with dogs the triggers of the harness get them quite excited, and that can be probably the most exciting thing about his day, where a harness comes out and he goes for a walk. So you can see how that's lifted his excitement. So Pappy's just working him through now, because the harness isn't going to go on when he's being silly and jumping up, because then that would be rewarding that bad behaviour. So she's letting it sort of play out until he calms down enough, using that clicker just to promote the behaviours that we've taught him beforehand. When he's calm enough, that harness will go on, and then he'll go out for a walk. And then what will happen is he'll be reinforced for the right behaviour for the harness going on. You can see how he's evading at the moment, a little bit of control. He wants to take control of the harness in terms of the quicker he can do it, the better, and then he can get out and have his fun. We're saying it needs to be controlled and slowed down. There's also possibly a little bit of trauma over that harness, so maybe being held down and the harness going on, so that might be something we need to work on later. So just because the harness is on doesn't mean he's going out, so he's got to come back and ask for the rest of it to go on, which he does very nicely. Notice how there's a little bit of a lick lip there, so leaning over him there, it's a little bit stressful, so again that's something we need to look at, and that's quite common with rescue dogs as well. And then that little final release of that excitement, again Pappy just controlling it, getting that sit, and then we'll move on from there.